Question number 21. Given below are two statements. Here, again, you have to look out for the statement-based question. Kanchi was the famous city of South India. Yes. Center of education and capital of Pallavas. Yes. This statement is a right statement. It was the capital of Pallavas and it is a famous city in the South India. Kanchi is nothing but Kanchipuram. Wahan se jo GI tag hai, Kanchi silk is also very famous for this. The Pattu, Kanchi Pattu. The Pattu is nothing but your silk that you will get to see. Now, Kanchi's famous scholar, Mayur Varma, Vatsayana, Digang and Hin Sang were there. See, this is not a right statement, right? Kanchi's, these scholars, all these scholars, they are not associated with the Kanchi. If you look into the Mayur Varma, he is from Rashtrakuta dynasty. Now, Vatsayana, you know about the Kama Sutra, right? It was written by Vatsayana, and Digang and Hin Sang. They are the Chinese scholars. These Chinese scholars, so this statement is wrong. Only statement 1 is right. Answer would be that statement 1 is true, but statement 2 is false. Question number 22. See, look at the question. Given below are two statements. One is labeled as assertion and the other one labeled as reasoning. So, two statements hai. Isme assertion, reasoning we have to find out, and here you will get to see that the doctrine of lapse formulated by the Governor General Dalhousie disregarded the right of an adopted heir, and the throne and the state automatically lapsed into the British dominion if the ruler died without any biological natural heir. So ye sabko pata hai, very easy statement. Jhansi Rani Lakshmi Bai, you can also look into her. This is an example. Yes. Now, when you don't have a natural heir, it is considered that the empire is going to be taken, or the kingdom is going to be taken by the British. Now, second statement, the doctrine of lapse was one part of Dalhousie's program of bringing a unified India under strict control by doing away with alternative sovereignties held by Indian rulers and the princes. Yes. Now, statement 1 and statement 2 dono sahi hai, और statement 2 ka reasoning bhi hai regarding the statement 1. Now, if you look into, the answer would be here. Both the statements are right, and B is also an explanation that you can look out for. So, A and answer is A. ठीक है, इसका आंसर होगा A. Next. Given below are two statements. Question number 23. See, one is labeled as assertion and again reasoning in this statement. Dasavat painter has committed suicide out of madness. Yes. See, ill mind ki karan, the Dasavat painter has been committed suicide. So, this is a very ambiguous statement. It is very clearly given as suicide, but out of madness. Dekhiye, madness, nowhere in the books it is written, but it is because of ill mind. Yes, this ill mind ki karan, you get to see that the famous painter has lost his life. Yes, it was a suicide. Next, look here. The manuscript of Dasavat's work, that is Khandanei Taimuriya, is preserved in Khuda Bakhsh Oriented Public Library at Patna. देखिए, in this particular, if you look into Dasavat works Khandani, it is in Patna hai, public library. Now, look, the word suicide and the madness. Do you have any relationship between these two, his death and his preservation? It is not his work of paintings and his work of writings, if you look into, they are stored in the Patna. No doubt. But do you think it is the reason for why he has been killed or how he has passed? The answer is no. Right? So here, both A and R, दोनों statement correct है, but लेकिन ये कोई explanation नहीं है for B. The answer is B here. Both A and R are correct, but R is not the right explanation for this. Next, question number 24. And it is a very complicated question. For those of you who have studied on the surface, ये आपके लिए नहीं है. So this is a completely too technical question for geography point of view also. It is somewhere you will have to learn optional, only then you can answer this. Now let's look into the question here. It is regarding the German economist Jonathan Heinrich von Thunian created one of the first geographical models to agricultural land use. Now इस agricultural land use इस von Thunian model कहाँ जाता है? इस von Thunian model में look here, they ask about which of the following statements are false with reference to the assumptions of the von Thunian locational theory model. This von Thunian theory locational model में you will clearly see that there can be multiple markets. ठीक है, it is never confined to one particular area. एक कई सारा concentric circles होता है, multiple markets को assert करते हैं. So in this context, let's look into the statements. Statement 1, it says that the isolated state comprises of one market and an agricultural hinterland. देखिए, this statement is right. Just a minute. See here, it clearly asked about false. कौन सा statement false है? ठीक है. If you look into the false statement, firstly you have to identify which statements are right. Right? Now in this, you will understand that the answer here, false statements में this state. Let's look into the statement 3 and statement 5 very directly. क्योंकि in this, the isolated state comprises of one market and an area and an agriculture hinterland. मतलब एक market होगा, इसका concentric circles होगा. ठीक है, it is like that. The hinterland ships is its surplus to no other market except the city. So statement 2. Statement 3, there are multiple modes of transport. So multiple modes of transport नहीं है. This was an component which was taken up on the basis of the transportation itself. Right? Now statement 4, there is no homogeneous physical environment including a uniform plain around the city. Lastly, the hinterland is inhibited by farmers who cannot adjust automatically to the market demands. Now broadly speaking, the false statements are 3 and 5. That is 3 and 5 answer would be B. ठीक है? Next, question number 25. Match list 1 with list 2 and select the correct options from the given codes. So on one side you have 5-year plans and other side you have certain data. So let's look into the 5 Indian Institute Technology IITs were started as major technical institutions. In which 5-year plan it is the A, it is nothing but 4th 5-year plan में ये start किया गया था. Sorry, it is first, this is started in the first 5-year plan. That is, yes, first in the first 5-year plan itself, it has been started. Next, the Khadi Village Industries Commission was set up. It was set up under which 5-year plan? It was set up under the 5-year plan of second 5-year plan. Next, the Gadgil Yojana, this Gadgil Yojana, it is set up in the third 5-year plan. And lastly, it is the minimum needs program जो है, it has been set up in the 5th 5-year plan. So the answer here it would be B. ठीक है? Next, let's go to our next question. Given below are 2 statements. Statement 1. Aurangzeb had constructed the Quwwatul Islam Mosque by demolishing the Chintamani temple. See, Aurangzeb, no doubt he has demolished the Chintamani temple, but Quwwatul Islam Mosque is in Delhi. That Quwwatul Islam Mosque, it is constructed by Qutbuddin Aibak, in his reign. So it is in the second statement, Qutbuddin Aibak got the Quwwatul Islam Mosque built in Delhi. Yes, statement 2 is right and statement 1 is wrong. The statement 1 is true, but statement 2 is false. Answer would be your C. Right? So let's go to our next question. Question number 27. The question number 27 says that it is talks about the statements, again history question hai. The temple of Virupaksha and Padma Devi were built by choosing a beautiful place like Vijayanagara. Yes, we just have discussed about the Virupaksha, the Vishnavite sect, which is there. And statement 2, the Vijayanagara rulers adopted the earlier traditions, innovated them and developed them further. देखिए, ये दोनों statements सही ही है. Statement 1 is also true. Statement 2 is also true. It is a South Indian kingdom where you will see the Virupaksha, Padma Devi, they were choose like ये विजयनगरा टाइम पीरियड पे बिल्ट किया गया था, राइट? And statement 2, the Vijayanagara rurals, they have adopted a special type of constructions and the traditions and developed them further. Yes, both the statements are true. Answer here is A. ठीक है, A is the right answer. Question number 28. Given below are two statements. One is labeled as assertion and the other one you have to look out for reasoning. So the Europeans denounced the Indian civilization and culture. They described it as backward and uncivilized and orthodox. Look at the reasoning. In the early 19th century, there was been interest in studying the classical language and literature of India. A number of scholars took to Indology, and one of them was Max Muller. Yes, see, statement 1 is also true, statement 2 is also true, but there is no linkage of reasoning between A and B. So the answer would be, it is both A and B are, both A and R are correct, but R is not the correct explanation. Okay, answer is B. Question number 29. Given below are two statements. One is, so again we have to go for assertion and reasoning. History question hai. Indian National Congress was started by A.O. Hume under the official direction, guidance and advice of the Lord Dufferin, the Viceroy. Reasoning. The Indian National Congress was to provide a mild, safe, peaceful and constitutional outlet or safety wall for rising discontent among the masses. See, both the statements A and R are true. ठीक है, दोनों statements सही है. Look at the reasoning here. The Indian National Congress was to provide a mild, safe and peaceful and constitutional outlet or safety wall. देखो, जब कांग्रेस फॉर्म हुआ था, कांग्रेस का मेजर फॉर्मेशन एजेंडा ये था इन टर्म्स ऑफ ब्रिटिश. इट वाज वेरी क्लियर दैट देयर नीड टू बी अ सेपरेट प्लेटफॉर्म. एक ऐसी प्लेटफॉर्म होना चाहिए, उस प्लेटफॉर्म की जरिया दे कैन डिस्कस द प्रॉब्लम्स एंड ऑल्सो इट विल एक्ट एज अ सेफ्टी वॉल. Whenever they want, they can open up. Whenever they want, they can close it up. That means they try to create a safety wall. And in this safety wall, both the statements are true, and R to an extent is also a reason that you can look out for. So the answer here, it is A. Now there's a lot of confusion between students. ये A भी हो सकता है, B भी हो सकता है करके कुछ comments है. देखिए ये A या B. Now look here. Indian National Congress was started by A.O. Hume under the official direction, guidance and advice of the Lord Dufferin, the Viceroy. ये किस लिए start किया था? The perspectives of the starting of Indian National Congress, that is Congress Party, it is various opinions are there. इस various opinions पे हमें कैसे interpret किया जाए? See, the interpretation, if you look into books, NCERT clearly says that it is nothing but a safety wall. Reasoning अगर देखा गया, the reasoning is quite clear. दोनों statements complement करता है. The answer is A. Both the statements A and R are correct, and A is the correct explanation. That is, R is the correct explanation of A. Right? Let's go to question number 30. The walls of the Buddhist care shrines were covered with murals. That is, murals is nothing but wall paintings illustrating Buddhist narratives. A more distinct region where this tradition of Indian painting was adopted was Central Asia, commencing at the Banyan in Afghanistan and traversing Central Asia were series of Buddhist monasteries with shrine cuts into the hills and covered with murals. In the light of the above statements, choose the correct answer from the options given below. So both the statement 1 and 2 दोनों सही है. ठीक है, ये statement भी सही है and statement 2 is also right. So mostly it was during the earlier trade route where Afghanistan is one of the prime concentration of the Buddhist area in the initial time periods, and mostly you also get to see the paintings. Later these paintings have been destroyed. So ये दोनों स्टेटमेंट्स सही है. Now a detailed explanation for this we are also going to come up again. Or is PDF, if you want a PDF, please post in the comment section, and also you can drop your message onto this number. We'll be sharing it to you on your number. Or else we also share the key. The key will be shared on the IAShub Telegram channel. The IAShub Telegram channel पे आपको ये की मिल जाएगा. Please, you can also go to the IAShub Telegram channel, the IAShub Chandigarh Telegram channel, where you can get this key. Or else, if you do not get that key, you can also directly drop a message to 7382552230. We would be happy to share the key of the Haryana PCS examination on set wise. ठीक है.